Shavua Tov, everyone. Welcome back to our Tell Stories for Saturday Night WhatsApp group. The title of this week's video is 2 Gold plus 1 Silver. I adapted the story from an article by Moshe Feiglin in an issue of the Jewish Leadership Newsletter from May 2010. Moshe Feiglin is the founder of Manhigut Yehudit, the Jewish leadership movement in Israel, which was first a faction of the Likud party, but subsequently ran as an independent party in several Knesset Senate elections, after which Feiglin served as an MK, a minister of Knesset. The aristocratic atmosphere in the elegant hotel that hosted Israel's wine competition in that year did not disclose the scene that was about to take place. A small boutique winery in the Shomron, Samaria area, in the middle of the country, called Harare Kedem, won 2 gold medals and 1 silver medal. Hundreds of professional and amateur sommeliers, wine experts, watched in astonishment as the man with the beard and long peyot, sidelocks, who did not look particularly relevant to the glamorous event, hesitantly ascended the podium to accept his medals. There are 2 factors to this achievement, Ariel the winemaker explained to the fascinated audience. The first is that our vineyard is located in the blessed biblical inheritance of Joseph. The second is that we fulfilled the laws of the Shemitah, the sabbatical year. We simply did not attend to the vineyard as dictated by the Torah and didn't take finances into account either. Ariel thankfully accepted his medals and walked off the stage. His award-winning wines were produced from the grapes of the 6th year of the 7-year sabbatical cycle. The expert told him that if he would not prune his vines during the sabbatical year, his entire vineyard would collapse. Well, just the opposite occurred. Precisely what the Torah promises to the Jews who fulfill the laws of Shemitah. I'm quoting Leviticus, Vayikra, chapter 25, verses 20 to 21. In the 7th year, you might ask, what will we eat? We have not planted, nor have we harvested crops. And God responds, I, God, will give you my blessing in the 6th year, and it will make produce for 3 years. In the 6th year of the 7th year cycle, Ariel's vineyard produced more than 3 times its annual average, enough for 3 years. Usually quantity reduces the quality of the grapes, but in Ariel's case, both quantity and quality were extraordinary, as attested to by the medals. In the beginning of the 7th year, Ariel divided his time between the permissible tests in the vineyard and a strictly Jewish construction company that he had established. One of the major products built by the company was the beautiful synagogue and yeshiva perched on a ridge overlooking his vineyard. The building permits were issued 11 years ago, and the housing ministry even helped with some partial funding for the project. But the majority of the funding was from donations, while the building was painstakingly erected stone by Ariel and his friends. Ariel thought that during the sabbatical year, he would divert most of his energies from agriculture to construction. But a work accident forced him to change his plans. I guess that our Father in heaven wanted me to learn Torah during the Shemitah year, he said with a smile. When he was released from the hospital, he joined the many young men learning Torah in the new study hall that he himself had built. You may want to know where you can find more people like Ariel. Well, said Moshe Feiglin, I am sorry to ruin your preconceptions, but in complete contrast to the Israeli media brainwashing and government policies, the place that you can find Ariel and other dedicated lovers of the land like him is in Yitzhar, an important but persecuted settlement in the Shomron, and many other settlements in that area also. Last year, 5782 was a Shemitah sabbatical year. So this year, 5783, the 8th year following the 7th, is called by some the Hakel year. Because on the 2nd day of the Sukkot festival, only 2 weeks after the conclusion of the 7th year on Erev Rosh Hashanah, there is a mitzvah for all Jews to gather, to Hakel, in the Holy Temple, to hear the Davidic king read publicly from the Torah. Until the 3rd temple is built soon, this mitzvah cannot be fulfilled in its entirety, but at least each one of us can participate in more Jewish gatherings than in preceding years, and even make the effort to organize more gatherings also.